bom dia. Eu tô aqui com o Ramesh, ok? O Ramesh é um profissional de TI que já veio para a Europa mais de uma vez, já tem um percurso profissional super bacana e eu pedi para conversar com ele a respeito de como foi, né? Todas as experiências profissionais que ele teve até agora nesse ramo e pedir algumas dicas para ele, também para quem está interessado em entrar nessa área. Ok. So, Ramesh, thank you very much for joining this interview.
I'm happy to do that.
Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what did you study, where did you study?
Yep. Basically, I'm from India, and I did all my schoolings and university in India. I was graduated in bachelor degree of statistics, and when I was doing my university, I had optional courses as ancillary courses as computer science. I did learn some programming languages, and yeah, my fate had to be in IT now.
Yeah, for sure. That's why we're here. And just a very important question that people like to ask. Did you need to validate diploma to get a job abroad?
No, I had, yes, of course, as part of the documentation, you need to provide, like, you need to the educational certificate and stuff like that. Some countries, but not every country asks that. But yeah, I think when I came here, I think I need to give my certificates,
Here
educational
in Poland,
certificates,
yeah.
as part of like a qualification.
Yeah, but since we were talking before, the person doesn't need to make a formal university or master's degree on your area in IT. It can be like a course like from Microsoft.
Exactly. Yeah, it could be anything, as long as you have the interest in some kind of basic ideas, I think you can get into IT.
Because you're graduated in
In statistics, yeah.
And then you did online courses from Microsoft. What is the area you're working with IT?
Yeah, so like I said, I studied some languages as well as the programming languages as well. And then when I joined, I started as IT level 1 support. Where people call for IT help.
The service desk.
The service desk, yeah. So we need to fix their problems, and then it gave me opportunity to learn, different areas. Like I chose the desktop engineering, the infrastructure side. So I need to make sure that all the software gets deployed to all the machines. I need to make sure that it's compliant. For example, if you have 50,000 machines in an organization, you need to deploy a particular software, security software, to all the machines, and you need to make sure that the organization sets a target for you, like 90%. So 90% or 95% of the machines should be compliant with the software. Wow. So that's what I chose. Yeah, for that I did my my SSCM course from Microsoft, and yeah, it's pretty easy. You can do it online. You can learn pretty much everything nowadays online. And you can have a hands-on experience. They have a labs as well. Like
are they expensive? I mean,
not real expensive. I think doable.
Doable. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Can you tell us where have you worked here in Europe?
I like I said, I joined my company in 2008, and then I was working there as IT level 1 support for 3 years, and then I moved on to the United States. I was working there, and then I moved on to London. I was there. That's my first Europe trip. Not trip. It's
the first time leaving.
First time in Europe. I was in London. And then I was there for a year and a half, and then moved on to Philippines, and back to the US again, and then I went to Mexico, all to different projects. I've been given different assignments, so I have to travel to the different countries. So, and then after Mexico, I went to Sweden. It was great. And then second time in Europe. It was a really great experience because the work culture was really amazing there. People were really nice, good, great food. And then I'm here in Poland now.
And he's leaving again. And he's leaving again. That's why I caught him today. Okay, thank you, Ramesh. Okay, so you had more or less, 8 years of experience coming to Europe? but you were telling there was people even with less experience that also comes here.
Right, yeah. So I had when I first traveled, I had only like 4 5 years experience to the United States, but that doesn't matter, I think, because when you join a company which has an international presence, it's easy. The normal time you need to be in the company is like 12 months. That's it. And after 12 months, you can travel anywhere because they call it as ICT. It pretty much works in any country. They call it as ITC, intra company transfer. And yeah, the same when I was in UK and other countries, it was ICT. Like I get deputed to another different countries as part of the project. And yeah, it's if you want to continue in the same company, you can do that. And I did have a lot of opportunities outside my company. You know, I was given a lot of chances to move out. I had opportunities, but I didn't move because the salary what we get is less what we get paid here. But I think it's enough to make a decent life here.
Good living, yeah. Okay. So it's easier to get jobs, of course, in multinationals, right? Very big companies. If you want to go abroad and you don't have a visa.
Yep, I got a friend of mine, you know, who was living in Chennai, India, and he was looking for a job in Poland, Krakow. He just applied through LinkedIn, and they just called him, interviewed, and they did the paperwork, the visa, and everything, and he was here. Just it's pretty much easy, I think, as long as you have this experience and knowledge. It's pretty much very easy.
When you're gonna apply for a job like in a multinational, do you need to show a portfolio? For example, do you need to make exams, technical exams, if you really know how this programming, for example?
Yes, I think it's part of their recruiting process. You know, when they hire you for something, you need to be like specific. You should have some knowledge on that. Yeah, they definitely test you on that. But that's what you know. Nowadays, I think nowadays it's everything is going to be remote. I think you can learn anything, and then you can gain your experience. And you know, when the interview happens, when they test your knowledge, they just test how
just to make sure you really
just to
know.
make sure you're the right candidate.
No, I was asking because when I came to the company, I had to make language exams, for example, because I'm working with language.
Yeah, because you're going to be talking with people with the languages. So
exactly, that's why I was asking if they were also asking you to make exams to prove that.
Not exams. I didn't have any exams. Like I said, it's once the first time you get into this company, any international organization. The first time you get in, that's it. I think that's pretty much that's it. And when they depute to the different countries and different projects, you don't need to make exam.
No, it was just for you to get into the company.
Into the company, yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that's normal. Okay, so the visas usually they were handled by the company.
Yeah,
right?
It's absolutely. I didn't have to do anything. I just have to give the documents they requested for. You know, they will do all the paperwork for me.
Can you tell us if usually the jobs they are like temporary projects or they are like long-term contracts, for example, or 50-50?
I would say it depends on the project that you are getting to because, for example, minimum project they get it for 5 years, 3 years, and if you are into the project early stage, you can be here for long term, and then after that, like for example, in Poland, after 4 years you become a resident, and then you can switch the companies. Well, by the 4 years, you will have a lot of experience as well. You know, you just have to
for sure.
And you have a lot of opportunities after that. Then you can make it as a permanent.
Okay. Would you consider it easy, hard getting jobs here?
I would say it's easier if you have the potentials and skills.
Okay. Okay. Which countries would you consider to have more opportunities, or easier to get a job, and of course high salaries because everybody likes money?
Yeah. I think that right now Poland is good. Krakow is growing. There are a lot of companies, international companies coming in, and they're looking for a right talent, and they have a lot of opportunities. I was just browsing through the opportunities last month, and it's just pouring, raining opportunities.
That's great.
And if you have additional languages, like with IT, for example, German, French, Spanish, you're gonna be like hot cake.
That's very good to know.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, for example, I was there's one good website in Poland, Pursue.pl. Maybe probably you can share the link.
Yeah, it's very hard to write, so I'm gonna share the link for sure.
That link will just put IT, and it's going to give you everything, like a lot of opportunities in IT, like programming, testing, and application development, maintenance. A lot of things are there. So it's a pretty good website. Apart from LinkedIn, you can refer it through.
Yeah, that would be.
And it's pretty legitimate. I got calls from a very reputed companies, and they made me a good offer, but unfortunately it was not meeting my requirements, so I couldn't go further.
Is there any other sites besides those two? Like, there is any other general website that you saw, like, when you were looking for jobs around? Because you changed companies more than once. So...
Yeah, I think Pursue.pl it's a good website
for Poland.
And for Poland. For other countries like Europe, I never actually tried.
It was basically just LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
LinkedIn is a good thing.
LinkedIn
good
is
source
amazing.
of information normally. And once you develop the network, when you get some good people connect.
He's very good at that, really. He knows everybody in the company.
Yeah, and then when you grow your network, it's really easy to grab any opportunities. Really, trust me, I had a lot of opportunities. I have to choose like from 4 or 5.
Jesus, man. Oh my God. You are losing money. You should make like an online course teaching how to make networks on companies. Something like it. Just a question now. That's more for who's interested in getting the IT area than for who is actually in the area. Which fields on IT would you recommend for the person investing nowadays, based on what you have been seeing, working in the area, what is being needed and lacking on the market?
But right now, the IT needs more people on the cloud computing and artificial intelligence and web development. These are the hot cakes now. If you know like cloud computing, like AWS, Azure, Microsoft Azure, and the conventional, it's always evergreen things like programming is going to be there for forever, because it's ever evolving things. So there are going to be new technologies. So I think if you want to increase your opportunities, you need to learn these things, like cloud computing is really good, and software development and testing and web development. These are the main areas you can focus on if you really want to.
Now, another question, that's something that many people who are beginning like professional life, they don't really know how to start looking for a job. Can you tell us like just a few names of types of positions depending on the level? For example, entry level, we have like those type of positions. Who is in the second level can look for those other ones, because sometimes a person go to the website of jobs looking for jobs and put like, for example, IT, as I mentioned, and he's gonna see everything from all levels. And sometimes there is a job position that it's not so high, but because of the name is very fancy, the person thinks like a senior supervisor or something like it, and it's not. So that's why I was asking. I know service desk, for example, but besides that one, I have no clue. I'm also not on the area. That's why I'm asking you.
If you want to get into IT, then you need to choose which area, because IT is a very big thing, starting from service desk, their network, and their software development, their web development, their cloud computing, and there are many things. So you need to choose which path you want to choose. Like, if for example, if you want to choose software development, you need to start with the languages, right? So you need to learn the language, like anything like Java or C# or anything that whatever the language, and then after that you need to do some homework. Like you can develop application, write some codes, and
Get comfortable.
and then when you apply for the junior software developer,
You can show a
and
portfolio.
then you can go from there. From there you can go, and there are many ways to go from there. So
Okay.
it depends on like where you want to start from.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm seeing if I have anything else to ask you, but yeah, I think we're cool.
Good.
Thank you very much for your time,
My
Ramesh.
pleasure. And everybody who's looking for IT jobs, it's a great area to work with, and it's fun, a lot of fun, because I think nowadays everybody's like a geek, a computer geek. Everybody wants to play games, so everybody are using gadgets. Without gadgets, I don't see anyone here. So IT is everywhere and is a lot of potential, a lot of opportunities. Just focus on the area that you want to develop, and then learn some advanced courses in that area. You will be definitely successful in that one.
Yeah, and with the COVID, we're seeing how important the area is getting more and more.
Exactly. So right now, everybody working remotely. So
Everything's
everybody needs a
online.
computer. Everybody needs applications. So there
Go
you
for
go.
it. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope we are gonna be able to help some people who has like doubts on coming over, if it's possible, if it's not, to need a lot of experience, where to find the jobs. So I think you answered all of those questions. Thank you very much,
I'm glad. Thank you very much.
and see you.